Is anyone else really confused why it's called the Inflation Reduction Act when it actually has to do with climate jobs and clean energy? Well, you're not really alone. You might be a little skeptical because, well, politics and finance can be a little bit murky. So let's be clear. The key part of the Inflation Reduction Act is trying to get more investments in clean energy projects in a way that promotes economic opportunity in the U.S. Basically, pointing capitalism's profit-hungry mouth in a clean, green direction that incentivizes American production and American labor to create those profits. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Private companies and Wall Street are going to get rich no matter what. They were doing that before the IRA and will be doing it long after. But what this act is doing is actually incentivizing private companies with things like tax credits to use renewable energy and also keep jobs in the US, and incentivizing foreign companies to bid for projects in the US while using American labor and products for their projects. Take the Danish wind company Ørsted, which has won contracts for some of America's largest wind projects. Their projects in New York, Rhode Island, and Connecticut were all made possible in part through IRA money. So instead of a company outsourcing for cheap labor, they can now see a profit-driven reason to keep jobs in the States, i.e. working with capitalism. Now, within a year of its passage, private companies have already invested more than $110 billion in clean energy, in things like electric vehicles, solar, and manufacturing, stuff that was already in high demand, mostly because they know that the government would meet them somewhere in the middle. The public and private investments have also created over 170,000 jobs across the country, all made possible in part through incentives from the IRA. Okay, so what does this clean energy work have to do with inflation? Well, by promoting the production of high demand goods like electric vehicles, there will be increased supply to meet demand, which could help lower costs. In this case, lowering costs helps to lower inflation. For example, households across the country are projected to save 27 to 38 billion on electric bills between 2022 and 2030. Now, if the private company profits still bug you, consider this. Some of this money is going directly to citizens as well. For example, over $1 billion has been given to communities to protect them from consequences due to the climate crisis, like flooding or drought. So yeah, some of the money is coming here, but it's not all. And it's a far cry from the trickle-down corporate-centric models both parties have used in the past.